Here we go. So welcome everybody to this yoga class that's all about anger and what we do with it. So the first thing to say is that feeling angry is completely normal, and we often in our society, we're often taught to suppress it, to push it down, to not address it, to not confront it, not to release it. And so yoga gives us an opportunity to do that, to release it, to let it go in a healthy way, to direct it towards something else, or to address it, to understand where the anger comes from. And at the moment, the people I'm talking to are expressing a little bit more, not anger towards me, but they're feeling more angry in themselves. So that can come from lots of different places, usually from fear or frustration. We have all been experiencing a little bit of anxiety as well, which can make us feel out of control or a lack of control that leads us to feel a bit more angry as well, sometimes. If you're not feeling angry, don't worry about it. You still get a great yoga practice. If you have just a few of those underlying niggling feelings, then this will give you an opportunity to direct them and to release them. So for this practice, we may need a block, so have one handy. And we are going to start standing up for now. Okay, so a block somewhere by your mat, coming to standing on your mat. And first we're going to do Kati Chakrasana, our ragdoll pose, and we'll just take a moment after that to feel how we feel today. So starting with your feet nice and wide apart, a little softness in the knees, and we're going to just bounce into the knees a little bit. So bouncing up and down, taking your weight perhaps from one side to another to feel your connection with your feet into the floor. And if you feel inclined, you can let the rest of your body do some wiggling. You don't have to. And when you're feeling that strong connection on the feet, coming back into center, keeping the knees a little bit soft, lifting from your center all the way up into the crown of your head and twisting from side to side. Here, the movement is coming from the center of the body, the midline of the body. So we're moving around the central axis that goes from the crown of the head down through the center of the body to meet the floor between the feet. Allow a little firmness in your belly muscles, perhaps a touch of lift in your pelvic floor. And at the same time, allow your shoulders to relax, your arms to be heavy and loose, your fingers soft. Allow your head to follow your movement, but not to lead it. Allow the hands to gently tap the body wherever they finish. So if you want to, you can tap across the hips. If you want to give yourself a little bit more of a stimulation around the middle, you can move your hands up to the waist. And if you prefer, you can have your hands tap the opposite shoulder in front of you and the middle of the back behind you. Whichever of these feels like the right spot. Now we've been doing this a while, focus more on your center. So drawing the abdominal muscles inwards and gently upwards. And feeling what that does to the sides of the body. As you twist, feel the resistance within the body. Gently meeting that resistance and twisting away to the opposite side. If you're inclined, you can close your eyes. Feel what's going on in the back of your body. And then very slowly release the motion a little at a time so that you eventually come back to center and stillness. And when you do, lengthening the legs so that they're no longer softly bent, lengthening the crown of the head and closing your eyes, or gazing gently downward if you prefer. Take a moment to feel the physical sensation of the result of your practice. So the tingling in the fingertips, perhaps the gentle warmth in the center of the body. Any sensations that you are feeling which might be different from others, but it's all still valid. Take a moment to notice the sorts of thoughts that you're thinking, whether they're planning, something looking towards the future, something looking towards the past, whether they're tinged with an emotion, sadness, frustration, happiness, joy, anticipation. Because we're working with anger today, I'd like you to take your hands, still with your eyes gently closed or gazing downward, rest them onto the center of your abdomen. Doesn't really matter where, wherever your hands fall is going to be the right place for you. And take a moment just to breathe into that sensation of the hands on the body, the contact between the palms and the body. And then bring to mind a time when you felt anger or frustration or fear, perhaps. It doesn't have to be a strong memory. It can be a mild one. But taking a moment to notice how that makes you feel, what physical sensations you have in your body as a result of bringing to mind that emotion of anger. We all feel things differently. But for me, I get a knot in my stomach right under where my hands are. I feel a tickle under my ribs. A tension across the back of the neck and the shoulders, across the forehead and the jaw. And my feet feel tense, which is very odd to try and explain, but perhaps you feel that too. So today in our yoga, we're going to address the physical sensations that we feel and try to release those. But for now, we're just going to take a deep breath in, sighing out through the mouth. We'll try that 2 more times, a deep breath in. Try and let go of that emotion, breathe it out. 1 more deep breath in. And breathe out. Relax the arms down to the sides. Try to soften the features of the face. Maybe just give your shoulders a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a roll. You can blink your eyes open now. And we're going to take the fingertips onto the shoulders and make some elbow circles. So breathe in, draw the elbows together and up. And breathing out, draw the shoulder blades back and down. Breathing in, forwards and up. Breathing out, back and down. Breathing in, forwards. Breathing out, back. Breathing in, forwards. Breathing out, back. Let's reverse that motion. Breathe in, open the chest, elbows behind the body. Breathing out, drawing the elbows towards each other in front and down. Breathing in, back and up. Breathing out forward and down. Breathing in back and up. Breathing out forward and down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And gently releasing the arms down to the sides. Now, one of the things that happens when I focus my anger is that I get hot. And that's partly because anger sits emotionally in our energetic body in the center, in the solar plexus often, and sometimes a little bit in the liver, which on my side is here. Okay, so what we do in yoga is we try to work on this center part of the body and also giving a voice to our anger. So there's lots of breathing out through the mouth, and there might be some sounds as well. We'll see how we go. So we're going to bring the feet a little bit closer together, wherever is comfortable for you, and interlace our fingers. We're going to press the backs of the hands away from us, just curving the upper back forward slightly, scooping the belly in, and you can drop your chin towards your chest. We'll take a deep breath in here, and a deep breath out. Settle the shoulders slightly down, deep breath in, and a deep breath out. I'm going to turn the palms away from us, head up. Inhale as you lift the arms over the head, and lift through both sides of the body so that the shoulders lift. As you exhale, drop the shoulder blades down the back, firm the belly muscles. Inhale as you gently lengthen over to your right side, and exhale back to center. Inhale as you lengthen to the left, and exhale back to center. Let's do that one more time to each side. Inhaling, and exhaling. Inhaling, and exhaling. Let's separate the hands and just float the arms down to the side. We're going to interlace the hands behind the body, holding wrist to elbow if you prefer. Roll your shoulder blades towards each other and lengthen your arms a little. So we want to keep a little bit of bend in the elbows. And as we're bending the elbows, we're going to bring the elbows towards each other behind the body. Feel that begin to open that space underneath the rib cage where we hold our anger. And if you want to, you can lengthen your hands down and open your chest a little bit more to stretch out that space. Place the head wherever is comfortable. If you want to look slightly up, you can. If you prefer to look forwards, if it's better for your neck, do that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We'll do one more sigh out through the mouth. Deep breath in. And returning to center. We're going to take the hands across the body behind, so you bring the left wrist to the right hip. And then here, just tucking the right elbow behind the body as well at the same time. Here we're going to do just a little bit of deep breathing. And if you want to, you can also lean your right ear to right shoulder. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's release the head back to the center, release the arms. We're going to just soften the shoulders a little bit in the middle, and then draw the back of the right hand to the left hip. Tuck the left elbow in behind us. If you want to, take the left ear to the left shoulder as well. And we'll take 2 deep breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring your head back to center. Release your arms to the center. Release the fingers, just allowing the palms to float back to the sides of the body. Okay, guys. So we're going to use a mudra today with some of our practice. Give yourself a wiggle if you need a wiggle. And we're going to use Kali Mudra. So to do this, you interlace the fingers of the whole hand, and then bring the pointer fingers, the first fingers, together. And you have the left thumb on top of the right thumb as you cross. Okay, so Kali Mudra is a little bit like our James Bond gun. And we are going to shoot anything that we're getting angry and frustrated with. And Kali is going to destroy it for us. So Kali energy is going to destroy it for us. That's how we're going to roll. So if you have something that you're feeling particularly angry or frustrated about, then I would like you to imagine it and imagine you sending that anger to that thing and destroying it. Now, we don't want to harbor any physical destruction against a person, okay? But perhaps you can destroy the anger that you feel or the situation that created it. We're still going to practice ahimsa, kindness and non-violence, principle of yoga. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of your mat with your feet hip width apart or closer together if you prefer. For a little standing sequence, we'll go through it slowly to begin with, and then we'll do it again. We're going to begin with interlacing our fingers into our Kali Mudra, pointer fingers or first fingers together, pointing, and left thumb on top of right thumb. So we're going to bring our hands to our chest like that, as if we were doing Anjali Mudra or Namaste. Drop the shoulders down the back, lengthen through the crown of the head, lift in the belly muscles, lift the knees, engage your quadriceps, engage your buttocks, and we'll take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. As you inhale, lift the arms over the head. As you exhale, drop your shoulders down the back. As you inhale, lean all the way to your left side, pointing your Kali shooting finger to the left. As you exhale, back to center. As you inhale, leaning all the way to the right. And exhale, back to center. Let's do that one more time to each side. Inhaling to the left. Exhaling as you return, stay firm in your core. Inhaling to the right. Exhale as you return. We're going to inhale and look up. And as you exhale, bend your knees, bend folding forward from the hips. Release your hands, taking the hands towards the floor and standing into a forward bend. We're going to take a deep breath in here and sigh out through our mouths. Very good. As you inhale, step your right foot back, drop your knee down, and bring your hands back to prayer position, Kali Mudra. Okay, inhale, reaching all the way up over the head, opening the chest, firm in your buttocks, firm in your belly, and exhaling here. One more deep breath in, and deep breath out. And we're going to come back to center. Don't worry too much about the breathing as long as you are still breathing. And we're going to take our hands in our Kali Mudra and take the right elbow over to the left thigh. You're still going to press your hands together and imagine using that leverage, turning to look towards the left side of your body. Now this might be enough, this twisted lunge pose, but if you'd like to do a little bit more, you can firm your belly and buttocks and extend your back leg so the back leg is straight and you're doing a standing spinal twist. You're going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Then in the position you're in with your legs, turning back to your center, you're going to bring the left forearm to the left thigh, turn the right heel towards the floor, release your arms, and then sweep the right arm over your head, coming into extended side angle pose. Really firm in the legs, make your feet work, draw up from your center, roll your chest ever so slightly up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, deep breath out. We'll do one more. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Turn your top palm up towards the ceiling. Breathe in as you firm the legs and come up to standing. You'll have your legs as if you were about to do Trikonasana. We're going to turn our left foot in towards the long edge of the mat. So we're in a nice open position here. This is where you might need your block. So if it's handy, grab it and place it down in front of you. Smashing stuff. So if you need to stop where you are and just grab it, smashing. Do that. Wonderful stuff. So we're going to start with our legs wide, toes pointing forward, arms wide as well. Take a deep breath in as you open the chest, turn the palms up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, fold forward from the hips, firm in the belly, and take your hands down to the floor in front of you or to your block if you prefer. We'll do a little twist here. So as you inhale, right hand up, look to the right. And as you exhale, right hand down, coming back to center. Chest parallel to the floor. Inhaling the left hand up, look to the left. And exhaling, left hand down. We'll do one more to each side. Inhaling, right hand up. Exhaling down. Inhaling, left hand up. Exhaling down. Here in the center, we're going to fold a little deeper if you want to. You don't have to. A little deeper if you want to, and we're going to walk our hands all the way to the right foot or in that direction. When you get there, you have the option. So if you want to create a little bit of space with your block and long arms to keep your body away from the floor, away from your leg, if that's where your practice is, that's great. And if you want to, you can fold a little deeper. So if you've got space, you can fold over your right leg. And we're all going to take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. We're going to come up ever so slightly, pad the hands over to the center of the body. Take a moment in the center, firm the belly again, and then pad your hands over to your left foot. Make any space that you need to. Use a block if you prefer, or if you prefer, you can fold. We'll take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Really firm in your belly. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Going to come up ever so slightly, come back to the center. Turn our toes out, our heels in. Firm the back of the body, the space between the shoulder blades and the belly muscles, and come up into goddess pose with cactus hands. Lovely. So knees bending out. If you prefer, you can have your feet pointing a little bit more forward. It depends where your knees go to. Ideally, we want to be able to see our big toes, assuming your toes are not pointing in odd directions, and have the knees traveling out so that they're over the ankles, somewhere supported by the feet. Elbows wide, chest open, creating that space from the center, but also using all of your center strength. So drawing the belly muscles in a little, activating the buttocks. You're going to breathe in as we stretch the arms and the legs, making a star shape. And then as we breathe out, maybe just watching, going, so we're making a big exhalation, fists into the top of the waist. So breathing in, stretching wide, breathing out, really give it a shout. Breathing in, stretching wide, breathing out. Think of something you'd really like to let go of, or scream or shout. Breathing in, stretching wide, and breathing out. Fantastic. We're going to breathe in, stretch wide, but we're all done with those breaths. Turn your back foot so that your foot is parallel, and your front foot, back foot is left. Yes, front foot is right, out to the long end of your mat. Bend your front knee, that's your right knee. Take your right forearm down to your right leg and reach the left arm over. So you're in extended side angle pose. We'll take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Lovely job. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Now allow the left arm to move over the head, reaching forward towards the top end of the mat. Pivot on your back toe, and we're going to drop the back knee down. Bring our hands back into our Kali Mudra. Elbows wide, left elbow to right thigh. Pressing the palms together to give that leverage to rotate the chest towards the back of the mat or behind you. And if you want to, you can stay here. If you prefer, you can extend the back leg, Firm buttocks, firm belly, shoulders down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more like that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to come back to the center, hands down towards the mat. Step both feet now to where is the new front of your mat. Fold into your forward bend. Here we're going to take a deep breath in, sigh out through the mouth. Lovely job. Bend your knees a little, look forward, sweep your hands forward as you drop your bottom, press through your legs to stand tall, interlace your fingers into Kali Mudra one more time. We're going to lean all the way over to the left side. As we exhale, inhale back to center, exhale all the way to the right, inhale back to center. We'll do it one more time. Leaning all the way over as you breathe. Breathe back to the center. Leaning all the way to the right as you breathe. Breathe back to the center. Very gently in the center. Separate the hands and let the arms drop down to the side. Take a moment to just allow yourself to stand, maybe turning the palms gently forward, feeling that openness across the chest, that length down the sides of the neck as we lift the crown of the head tall. Close your eyes, feel how your body feels. Feel if you were able to release anything, if you have a sense of lightness, perhaps where there wasn't one before. Now that we know what we're doing, we're going to go back the way on our mat. But now that we know what we're doing, you can perhaps bring to mind something that you'd really like to let go of, whether it's an argument or a situation, a hurt from your past, anything that stirs up those more challenging emotions. And we'll work on letting that go as we work here. So let's breathe in again. Breathing out, bringing the hands to the chest into Kali Mudra. Pointer fingers, left thumb on top. Breathe in as you reach the hands up. Feel the stretch down the sides of the body. Breathe out as you drop your shoulders down. Firm in your belly. Breathe in as you take your hands over to the right. Stretch towards the right, left side of the body stretching. Breathe out back to center. Breathe into the opposite side. Breathe out back to center. One more time to each side. Breathing in as you lengthen. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in as you lengthen. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in, open your chest looking up. Breathing out, scoop the belly in, bend the knees, separate the hands as you fold forward into your forward bend. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh out gently through the mouth. Then inhale, step your left foot back, dropping your left knee to the mat and bringing your hands again to Kali Mudra as you open your chest in your lunge. You're going to breathe in, take the arms up over the head, open the chest. Breathing out here, maybe one more deep breath in. Firm buttocks, firm belly, and breathing out. We're going to breathe in, taking the hands back down to the chest. Breathe out as you take your left elbow or upper arm across to the right thigh. Use the leverage of both hands to twist to look slightly behind you. And if you want to, you can extend your back leg so you're in a standing spinal twist. Deep breath in. Firm belly, firm buttocks. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale back to the center. Drop your right forearm to your right thigh. Drop your left heel down so your left toes are pointing to the long side of your mat. Sweep your left arm over and come into extended side angle pose. Strong in your feet, strong in your legs. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's turn our palm. We're going to press up as we inhale to standing. Turn the right foot point forwards. Take a deep breath in as we open the palms up and lift the chest. And as you breathe out, folding forward from the hips, taking your hands down to the floor or a block, whichever you prefer. Try to bring yourself so your torso is parallel to the floor, so not too far forward, because the spine isn't going to have as much space to move. So parallel to the floor is good. Let's do the right hand first. So breathing in, right hand up, twisting to the right. Breathing out back to center. Breathing in, left hand up, twist to the left. Breathing out back to center. One more time to each side. Breathing in as you twist. Breathing out as you release. Breathing in as you twist. Breathing out as you release. We're going to breathe in the center. Breathe out as we fold a little deeper. Let's walk our hands over to the right foot first. Holding for 2 breaths in whatever forward sideways fold works for you. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Breathing in as you come back to center. Breathing out as you come to the opposite foot, left side this time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Feel the space underneath the rib cage on the right side of the body. Breathe in. Breathing out. Breathing in as you come back to center. Just gently turn your heels in, and as you breathe out, come up into goddess squat. Fantastic stuff. So we're going to do our 3 releasing breaths, and we want to find a way to release some of our anger in this voice that we give it. So thinking of something that you would really like to shout, if it's big sweary words or even just a situation you'd like to shout about. You could envisage someone you'd like to shout at. Yeah, you go with whatever works for you. Okay, so here we're going to breathe in as we lengthen the arms and the legs. Look up, and then as you breathe out. Breathing in. And really let it go. One more time. Breathing in. And oh, I love that. Excellent stuff. So from here, we're going to turn out the right foot, not left foot rather, turn in the right foot. And we're going to take the left forearm to the left thigh. Just drop the hips slightly and reach the right arm over to open the chest, coming into extended side angle pose. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Feel a bit lighter now, don't we? Let's let the right hand travel towards the now top of the mat, pivot on the back toe, and you can drop the back knee down. Bring your hands to Kali Mudra, keeping the chest open. We're going to lengthen the arms over the head, opening the chest, dropping the shoulders down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's do one more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. I'm going to bring the hands down to the chest. Take the right elbow across the body to the top of the left thigh. Press the palms together. Create that rotation. If you want to, lengthen the back leg. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Firm belly, firm buttocks. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Breathing in as you come back to center. Release the hands. Step both feet to the front of the mat. Folding into your forward bend. Soft knees here for a deep breath in and a gentle sigh out. And to come up, bend the knees deeply, sweep the hands forward, reaching up, take them back into Kali Mudra, and as you exhale, folding over towards the left side. Inhaling back to center. As you exhale, folding to the right. Inhaling up. Exhaling over, firm belly, firm buttocks. Inhaling up. And exhaling over. Inhaling back to center. Separating the hands, exhaling as the arms float down to the side of the body. Take a moment, maybe just separate the feet ever so slightly. Turn the palms forward, create that length down the sides of the neck. Take a few soothing breaths here. Notice how you feel in your body, where you have sensations, where your body is talking to you. And if you feel just a touch lighter or a touch more released. When you feel ready, you can bring the hands to Namaste, lift your chest, and take your chin only towards your chest. Feel that stretching sensation down the back of the neck, between the shoulder blades. Smile gently to yourself. And when you're ready, raising your head, releasing your hands, opening your eyes. Awesome sauce. Give a shake out of anything that needs a shake out. Adjust any clothing that needs adjusting. And this is a really nice time to have something to drink as well, just to soothe your throat after those big shouts. So if you'd like to, you can. Fantastic stuff. So this sequence that we've done is similar to other sequences that we've worked with in the past that travel through these wide leg postures. We've done a modified moon salutation that looks quite similar. And the reason why we do these is because it really lengthens out the sides of the body, and it strongly works this core area, which we call the solar plexus, where we hold on to a lot of heat. And so it gives us an opportunity to use it in a way that's really healthy to express it. So we're going to go on a little bit from there, and we're just going to do Kapalabhati, or Kapalabhati, depending on how you want to pronounce it. My Sanskrit's never been the best. So something to sit on, if you'd like to sit up a little bit. As you all know, my knees are troubling me at the moment, so sitting up a little bit is good for me. If you prefer to kneel, you can. And you can come into any upright position that works for you. So if you want to sit on a chair, that's fine too. The most important thing when we're doing a breathing posture is that we have space between our navels and knees. So we want the knees to be pointing down away from our belly buttons, and the spine to be lifted and lengthened as much as feels comfortable. So there are two breaths that are really good for releasing frustrations, anger, and other challenging emotions. And one is Kapalabhati, which we're about to do, the stomach pumping breath, and the other is called Bhastrika, or the breath of fire. And whilst it would be great to do Bhastrika today, most of you guys who've been studying with me haven't done it in class yet. So I can't teach it online unless I've taught it in class. That's the rules. So we're going to do Kapalabhati, but maybe I'll do a different tutorial on Bhastrika another time. So everybody in class is familiar with Kapalabhati, but we'll probably just do one round practice. Okay, so hands on your tummy, keep your tummy nice and soft. We're going to imagine it's our birthday and we've got a candle full of cakes. No, a cake full of candles in front of us. We're going to blow out the candles with one short, sharp breath. So shoulders relaxed, body lifted, crown lifted. They keep relighting, keep blowing them out. And rest. So if you feel as you exhale, your tummy muscles are engaging and are drawing inwards, then you've got the action and you can continue to the next phase. If not, stay with this phase. That's what we want to really focus on, is contracting the tummy muscles to expel the breath. So we're going to practice this through the nose instead of the mouth. And this time we're going to focus on that strong contraction. So instead of focusing on exhaling, we're going to focus on contracting the muscles. So this time it's a strong strike up under the ribs. Which allows us to exhale breath. Let's do another few of those. So soft in the shoulders, lifted in the body. Contract, contract. And relax. So if you feel that your tummy muscles are not contracting as you exhale, I'd like you to rest out of the rest of this practice and just breathe deeply with your hands on your tummy. If you're happy with the action, you can rest your hands on your tummy, or you can take Chin Mudra if you prefer. And we will practice 2 rounds. We're going to hold the breath in between. If you're not familiar with that, don't do that. Don't do that part. Okay, so let's sit tall as we inhale. Take a long, deep breath in. And exhale as fully as you can. Take a long, deep breath in. Feel the breath lift you really high up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, exhale completely. Squeeze all of the air that you can into the lungs. Then take a normal breath in to start, not too deep. And hum, two, hum, two, hum, two, hum, two. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Hum, two, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Exhale. Take a long, deep breath in. Feel that breath lift you tall. Breathe out everything you've got. Soften the features of your face, your shoulders. Take another long, deep breath in. Fill the lungs completely. And then slowly release as much breath as you can, exhaling. Take a normal breath in and hold. Hold your breath only as long as you feel comfortable. Closing your eyes if you feel ready to do that. Softening the features of the forehead. Relaxing the shoulders. And exhaling. A long deep breath in. And a full, complete breath out. Another long deep breath in. Let the breath lift you really tall. Exhaling as completely as you can. A normal breath in to start the second round. And hum, two, 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 hum, hum, two, hum, hum. Exhale. Take a long deep breath in. Feel the breath lift you tall. And a long deep breath out. Soften your shoulders and face. Take a long deep breath in. Fill the lungs as completely as you can, right up to the top. And then exhale everything you've got. Take a normal breath in and hold. Holding your breath only as long as you feel able to do so comfortably without strain. Focusing on the space at the center of the forehead or in the heart. letting your awareness rest there. Exhaling now if you haven't already done so. And taking 2 more long deep breaths. So we do Kapalabhati. It's called the skull shining breath. So it releases tension from the frontal lobe, which is where we hold a lot of the emotional frustration or anxiety or rage. Oh, what a word. So it's good to let go of that. And it's particularly good if you feel that wash of adrenaline as you go into fight or flight when something comes up, whether it be confrontation or being cut up on the road or reading something that you don't agree with. Sometimes we have a very visceral response to that, and Kapalabhati helps us to release that without it having a negative effect on us. So let's release our legs as well. So stretching out the legs, paddling the feet if you need to. Not the feet, the knees, rolling the ankles if you need to. And just taking a moment to feel comfortable. Maybe bend your knees in towards you and drape yourself over like a seated child's pose. And tuck your chin towards your chest. And so we're now containing that energy that we've been stimulating. We want to soften and balance the practice of Kapalabhati with some tranquilizing postures as well. So from here, we're going to come into lying on our tummies. So just moving any equipment you've got out of the way. And you can come to lie down on your tummy, making a pillow out of your hands. Allow your toes to fall towards each other and your heels to fall apart. And if it doesn't feel comfortable to have your forehead on your hands, you might turn the side of your head towards your hands if that feels more comfortable for your neck. Or you may prefer to have your arms resting down by your side and just have your ear turned towards the floor. It doesn't matter which position you choose as long as you feel comfortable and able to release. Closing your eyes and just taking a few deep breaths, allowing the spine to settle into this position. A little softness to come to the abdominal muscles, the space between the shoulder blades, the buttocks, and the face. If you have your head turned to one side, remember to turn it to the opposite side as well. Take a few deeper breaths now, allowing that deep breathing to press the abdomen towards the floor, creating a sense of lift of space in the lower back, and then softening into that space as you breathe out. We're going to work from here into crocodile pose. There are quite a few poses called crocodile, so if you want to, you can bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, palms towards the floor, and just spend a moment in Sphinx pose, nestling the bottom of the ribs into the floor and allowing your chest to be nice and open. A few deep breaths here will be really nice to create a bit of balance across the solar plexus. So for crocodile pose, for those of you who are not familiar, we're going to take the feet wide apart and turn the toes outwards. And at the same time, we're going to have the forehead on the backs of the hands. So when you're ready, you can move into this pose. Now, a lot of this, the comfort in this pose will depend on how comfortable, how much rotation, sorry, you have got in your feet and your hips, your ankles and your hips. So if it's not comfortable to have the toes pointing out towards the sides and the feet flexed, you might just want to point the toes back behind you, as you do for Cobra or Sphinx. If you're able to, rotating through the legs, maybe just a little bit of stimulation in the buttocks to be able to hold that comfortably. Forehead to the back of the hands. And here, taking some deeper breaths. This is a great pose for releasing anger. And it's particularly good with children who perhaps aren't always so good at naming their emotions or understanding their emotions. To be honest, most adults aren't either, but with kids, it's a good way to help them release without them needing to understand why. So we're going to take 5 more long, deep breaths here. And if you want to, you can sigh out through your mouth. After your next exhalation, just gently turning your feet back behind you and drawing your legs back to the center. Take a moment here to perhaps rock the hips from side to side like you were wagging a tail. And then we're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press up onto hands and knees and take the buttocks back towards the heels, extended child's pose, Shashankasana. Just take another deep breath here. And then coming up into hands and knees. Super duper. So we're going to do cat pose, a cat-cow pose, but with lion's breath, which is quite a nice combination. So it helps us work out any kinks in our spine. And cat-cow is particularly good for helping us to bring ourselves into a better postural alignment in the back of the body. So for lion's breath, we stick the tongue out as far as we can, roll the eyes up. Some people like to cross the eyes as well, and exhale at the same time. So I'll do a little demo of that. So we're going to inhale as we tuck the chin towards the chest and extend through the back of the body. And then exhale as we come into our cow pose, tongue out, eyes up, and exhale. So inhaling, rounding through the upper back, maybe squeezing a little bit in the buttocks, and exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Tongue as far out as you can. Inhaling. And exhaling. We're just going to rest into child's pose again. Take a moment here to roll the palms up towards the ceiling, so turning the hands and just feeling a different kind of stretch across the back of the body there and the arms. A couple of soothing breaths. And then when you're ready, you can take your hands back down to the floor, palms to the floor, and come back into hands and knees for another round of 3 cat-cow lion's breath. poses. Goodness gracious, how many animals can we throw into this one? Okay, so we're going to breathe in, rounding through the upper back, chin towards the chest, squeeze the buttocks ever so slightly. And as you breathe out, opening the chest, look forward, tongue out, exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then sitting back into child's pose, relaxing the palms up towards the ceiling, turning the palms up towards the ceiling, buttocks towards the heels. Softening breaths. And then when you're ready, you can come up into kneeling. And we're just going to do a little eagle's pose arms to stretch out the back of the body, because we're going to do a combination of things after this. So arms out to the side. Let's cross the right arm over the left arm. Bring yourself into eagle pose with your hands if that comes easily to you, or simply rest your hands onto the tops of your shoulders. So here, first taking a deep breath in this position, feeling that sort of stretch across the upper back. Then we're going to drop the chin towards the chest and round through the upper back as we draw the elbows towards our belly button. They don't have to go that far. We're just trying to get a sense of space across the upper back, behind the ribs as we breathe deeply. One more breath. Coming up to the center, releasing the arms down. Now, I know you're going to think I forgot to do the other side, but just remember you've got the right arm on top of the left. And from here, we're going to come into deer pose. So bring in a kneeling position, one leg out to the side, one knee in front, one knee out to the side, one knee in front. Feet can be flexed or pointed, just whatever suits your ankles best. And so in deer pose, we want to just sort of begin to stimulate and open again that solar plexus area as we move towards the latter part of the class. So we're going to take the arms wide and, okay, I should really have said it's a left knee forward, right knee out to the side. If you're not doing that, change yourself around. Sorry about that, guys. Reaching arms wide as you inhale, and then take your left hand across the body towards the right as you lean slightly forward. And then as you inhale, you can sit up, reach your left hand behind you, reach your right arm over and lift your hips away from the floor. So a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a baby wild thing as well. So if you aren't sure what to do, just watch. Arms are wide, left hand across the body over as we sort of do a twisting fold, almost reaching in the same direction, the same line as the right knee. And then we're going to come up and reach the left hand behind the body, reach the right hand over and the hips away from the floor as we twist in the opposite direction. Okay, so we're going to inhale, arms wide, exhale as we fold over towards the right. Inhale, reaching the left hand behind you. Exhale, hips away from the floor. Inhale, back to sitting, arms wide. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, back to sitting. Oh, it's reaching the left hand behind, rather. And exhale, hips away from the floor. Inhale, exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach the left hand back. Exhale as you lift the hips away from the floor. Let's do two more. Inhaling, exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach the left hand back. Exhale, hips away from the floor. Inhale, exhale as you fold. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, extend through that whole body. And then come back to the center. Now here in the center, we're going to turn ourselves on our mat so that we are sitting in a more crouched position, and then roll ourselves back down onto our backs. Release the head towards the mat and the feet out in front of you, so you're lying in a long, straight position. You're going to take the hands underneath the body for fish pose. So rolling one hand underneath the buttocks and then the other. I like to use my thumbs to interlace my thumbs and draw my upper arms and forearms more towards each other. And then you end up sitting on the backs of your hands. So for fish pose, if you're new to this practice, which nobody who's actually doing this live class is, but if you're new to this practice watching the video, just taking care to maybe watch first and then practice. So for those of you who are not new to the fish pose, we're going to breathe in as we sit up and press the elbows down into the floor. We're looking forward towards the feet. Keep the lift in the chest, a little bit of effort in your belly muscles, and then take your head back to wherever suits you best. So you can have the crown of the head on the floor, but there is nearly no weight in it. Or you can have the head away from the floor if you prefer. Roll your shoulder blades towards each other. Lift from that space between the shoulder blades so that your heart is lifted and that space underneath the rib cage is as big as it can be. Take a few deep breaths in here. We're opening the throat, we're releasing stuff from the throat as well. And then when you're ready to release, I want you to look up, press into the elbows, and then release down towards the mat. Allow your arms to come out from underneath the body. And then gently roll your head from side to side. Okay? So not held for a long time, just a little opportunity to open in fish pose. We're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. Hug the head towards the knees, and then rock backwards and forwards through the length of the spine until you come up into sitting again. When we come up into sitting, we're going to do our deer pose to the opposite side. So this time you've got the right knee in front of you, the left knee out to the side, feet wherever it's comfortable, pointed or flexed, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're doing the twisting, folding, opening pose again. So let's take the arms wide and then gently reach the left hand across to the, reach the right hand across towards the left side of the body. Reach the right hand behind us and then sweep the left hand over and lift the hips away from the floor. We'll do one more as a practice. So reaching the right hand across the left side of the body as we fold and twist. And then reaching the right hand behind us, left hand across the body, lifting the hips away from the floor. Now let's do it with our breath. Breathing in, reaching wide. Breathing out as you fold. Breathing in as you reach behind you. Breathing out as you release your hips up away from the floor. Breathing in, breathing out as you fold. Breathing in, reach behind you. Breathing out, hips away from the floor. Really firm in the belly, breathing in wide. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in wide. Breathing out, hips away from the floor. Breathing in wide. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, reach behind you. Breathing out, hips away from the floor. Breathing in wide. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, reach behind you. Breathing out, hips away from the floor. And then come back to sitting. We're going to bend our knees in one more time. And we're going to come back into fish pose again. So curling your chin towards your chest, rolling back down to the mat. We're going to roll the arms underneath the body one more time. Lengthen the legs. So you're sitting on the back of your hands. As you inhale, press into your elbows, sit up, look towards your feet, bend your elbows strongly, draw your shoulder blades towards each other. As you exhale, take your head to wherever feels comfortable behind you. Now, as an alternative to this, you can always do fish pose over a block, or not a block, a bolster or a blanket, but it has a slightly different feeling from this
more stimulated version. Breathe in, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, lift the chest. Breathe out and soften the features of your face. Relax your legs. Breathing in, mouth closed. Breathing out, open that space underneath the chin and the throat. One more breath in and out. Then inhale, look up towards the ceiling, press into the elbows. Exhale as you release down and let the arms out from underneath the body. Here we're going to roll the head from one side to the other. And this time we're going to interlace our hands behind the top of the back of the head and bring the elbows towards each other. Firm in your belly without using your neck. Use your arms to gently draw your head off the floor and look towards your feet. And then very gently look underneath your right armpit and back to center and underneath the left and back to center. And then supporting the head all the way down to the floor with the hands, releasing the arms. Take a moment to roll the head from one side to the other again if you need that release of the neck. And then we're going to bend the knees into the chest, hug them towards us, chin towards the chest, head towards the knees, rolling backwards and forwards through the length of the spine until you come up into sitting again. Aces. So we need to do our eagle arms the opposite way as well. So before we had the right arm over the left, this time we're going to have the left arm over the right. You can either have your hands on your shoulders or you can come into full eagle pose arms. And from here, we're gently going to scoop the belly in, chin towards the chest, and feel that length down the upper back, down the back of the neck, between the shoulder blades, across the top of the shoulders, as we draw the elbows towards the navel. And they're not going to get there because they stay at the height of our shoulders. We don't just drop the elbows towards us. We create that shape and we simply bend in the back. A couple of long, deep breaths here. One more. And when you're ready, bring yourself upright, relaxing the hands down to the sides. Awesome sauce. So the reason we've done that is because when we're working with challenging emotions, sometimes when we shift them from our center, they go into our shoulders. So releasing them with a chest opening and shoulder releasing postures is quite nice. And I don't want you to take this, any effort from this practice into the rest of your day. So we're going to finish before relaxation, again coming into a comfortable seated position. It could be kneeling, it could be sitting, doesn't matter what it is. If you're really finding that this is quite tough and there's a lot of things coming up, you can actually do this next practice lying down on your back, if you prefer. So we're going to do a lovely soft version of Nadi Shodhana with our hands instead of our mudra. So Nadi Shodhana is the alternate nostril breathing, and it's a really nice way to complete this kind of practice because it brings us back to balance. And for those of you who are practiced with Nadi Shodhana, if you use the ratio of breathing in for 3 and out for 6, then that balances emotions much more than breathing in for 4 and out for 8, or in for 5 and out for 10. So if you have a good alternate nostril breathing practice and you can easily manipulate your breath to that ratio, use that one. So for this practice, we're going to turn palms upwards and just rest them anywhere that's good, but separate from each other. When our palms are open, the nostril will be open. When the palm is closed, the nostril will be closed. Okay, so let's draw the shoulders down the back, lifting into the crown of the head.
And just prepare ourselves with a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We'll take another deep breath in. We're going to close the right hand and breathe out through the left nostril, the left open palm. Breathe in on the left, left palm is open. Close your left hand, open your right, breathe out on your right, right nostril, right palm. Breathe in through the right, right hand is open. Close the right, open the left, breathe out on the left, left nostril, left palm. Breathe in left. Close, open right, breathe out right. Breathe in right. Close, open the left hand, breathe out left. Breathe in left, 2, 3. Close, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in right, 2, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in left, 2, 3. Close, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in right, 2, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in left, 2, 3. Close, breathe out right for 5, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in right, 2, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in left, 2, 3. Close, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in right, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in left. Add another count to your exhalation if you want to. Breathe out right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right, 2, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in left, 2, 3. Close, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right, 2, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in left, 2, 3. Close, breathe out right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right, 2, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in left, 2, 3. Close, breathe out right, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in right, 2, 3. Close, breathe out left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. Relax your hands. Relax your breath into its natural rhythm. Allow it to fall away into silence, softening the features of your face.
Relax your shoulders. Become aware of the effect of your practice. When you're ready, bring your hands to Namaste, palms together, center of the chest. Lift your chest, take your chin towards your chest. Feel that gentle stretching. Smile to yourself. Even if you don't have that feeling of joy inside, fake it till you make it. Generate it on purpose. And then when you're ready, raising your head, releasing your hands, opening your eyes, preparing for relaxation. So hopefully all of that energy we've stirred up is now a little calmer after our alternate nostril breathing. And you're ready to come down for relaxation. Today you can relax on your tummy if you prefer. You can do legs up the wall as well, which is a really nice way to further tranquilize the nervous system. So if you prefer that one, you can, if you've got a wall handy. And if you've got something to support under your knees, you can use that, or you can simply lie all the way flat. However you'd like to get there. Making sure that if you need one, you've got a blanket handy. And it can sometimes be a really good idea to protect the throat chakra after this kind of practice. So keeping it warm, wearing a little scarf, drinking a little warm water with honey and lemon and ginger. So when you come down into relaxation, we're going to do a tense and relax. So it doesn't matter which position you're in, do as much of this as you're able to in the position you're in. So let's tense the muscles of the right foot and leg, lift the leg a little off whatever support it's on, hold it tense, tense, relax and drop down. And really drop, really let it go. Don't just release slowly. Let's do the left side. Tense the muscles of the left foot and leg, lift the leg off whatever it's on, hold it tense, 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 relax and drop down. Squeeze the buttocks and lift the hips up a little. And relax. Draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Lift the chest a little. If you're on the floor, press the fronts of the shoulders down instead. On your front, sorry. And relax. Make tight fists out of your hands. Lift your arms off the mat wherever they are. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Press your shoulders down towards your hips. Open your palms, spread your fingers wide, and then drop down. If you're on your back, press your low back down into your mat and lengthen through the back of the neck as well. So the whole spine presses towards the floor. If you're on your tummy, you don't need to do this one. Holding for a deep breath in. And then relaxing as you exhale. If you're lying on your back, gently rolling your head from one side to the other. A couple of times in each direction. Easing any tension out of the neck and the shoulders before bringing your head back to center. Make any adjustments at this point to your posture to bring it into a comfortable position, and then close your eyes and bring your body to stillness. Take a deep breath in and sigh out through the mouth as you exhale, a gentle sigh. Repeat 3 more times, a deep breath in. Let all of your effort go. A deep breath in. Let your muscles begin to relax. Last breath in and surrender down into your mat. Allow your breath to find its natural rhythm, becoming softer, quieter. Take your awareness into your forehead, feel it soften and spread. Feel the area around your eyes relaxing. Your mouth, tongue, and jaw releasing. Move your awareness to the back of your body. Allow the whole of the back of the body to feel heavy, warm, comfortable, releasing downwards. Move your awareness to the front of your body. Become aware of the space over you and around you. Feel the touch of air on your face. The movement of your clothes on your skin as you breathe. The sensation of holding space in the palms of the hands. Move your awareness to your breathing and gently deepen your breath. As you breathe in light, energy, and harmony. And as you breathe out, send out light, energy, and harmony. Breathing in light, energy, and harmony. Sending out light, energy, harmony. Allow your breath to fall in this rhythm whenever you're aware of it. Relaxing your body a little deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your hands and your feet by wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rolling wrists and ankles. If you've been on your front, bringing yourself into child's pose. If you've been on legs up the wall, you can continue as we are. Taking a deep breath, stretch the body in any direction that feels good, maybe lifting the buttocks up a little, maybe stretching a little through the sides. And then bending your knees into your chest. Make any movements that feel good with your spine. You can rock side to side or make circles with knees. Whatever feels good. When you feel ready, you can roll to one side. If you've been in child's pose, coming into a quiet kneeling position. Keep your eyes gently closed if you can. And when you're ready, coming up into any comfortable seated position. Bring the palms of the hands together, rubbing them vigorously, getting lots of heat into the hands, movement into the arms, the shoulders. Rubbing them hard, pressing them hard, rubbing them fast. And then placing the hands over the eyes. Feeling that warmth soften and release the area around the eyes. Blinking into your palms a few times. Releasing your hands down as you open your eyes. We'll offer each other namaste. I hope this practice has been useful for you all. If you are on the video, we will bid you adieu and see you another time. Thank you for joining us.